Hello everyone, it's been a while since I've done a tutorial video, so I thought I'd do one. Lately I've been learning quite a lot in Sony Vegas Pro 13. I think this will work for earlier versions as well. Playing around with masks and masking text to show the background video through the text and then the rest of the screen to be black, so to do kind of quite sharp funky intros, kind of like a sort of a GTA intro, I suppose would be a good way of describing it. So I thought, you know, the stuff I've learned from just experimentation and playing around, I thought I'd show you so that you can mess around with it too. So to start off with, we're going to go to media generators. I'm going to go to default text, sorry, that's over on the other screen. Let's get that there. Center it. Make sure it's white, that's very important because otherwise it won't work. We're going to have my title is grown, and under here gaming in capitals. These are going to be different fonts. The first font is going to be pentagram something or other. There it is. And then this one is going to be Mir or something it's called. M-E. Where the hell is it? There it is, that one. And then this one I'm going to change to 52, and you'll see that doesn't quite. Let's make it a bit bigger than that then. Let's make it 60. There we go, perfect. And then we're going to scale the whole thing up to virtually fill the screen. Going to make it bold. Yeah, that's why it didn't work at 52. There we go. I don't think it's going to make that bold, because it doesn't make any difference if you make that bold. Right, that's all we're going to do with that. Then we're going to do another one. Place that at the end of that one on the timeline. Center that again. And this is going to be basically whatever game you're playing. I'm just going to move this along a bit and then put that under the timeline so I can see how it looks. And this is going to be, let's call this Exile Chinaris. So that's the game. I'm going to make these different fonts as well. Now there was one beginning with M that I rather liked the look of. Was it Miriam? No, it wasn't Miriam. It was further up than Miriam, I think. Wasn't that, was it? No, definitely wasn't that. For this, you really want as chunky a font as possible. Mandel? Nope. The hell was it? Wasn't Lily, was it? No, that's hideous as well. No. Damn. It's certainly not that. You know what? I can't remember what the hell I used. And it looks really nice. Well, I'm just going to pick something. Shame you can't use the scroll wheel to scroll down through this. Tutor. Ravi. Okay, well, something like that. Just for argument's sake. Yeah. Okay, let's go back to that. Is that Ravi? Yeah. And then this one could be, say, Trebuchet, which is a font I really like. Trebuchet MS, and we're going to bold that. I don't think this will make any difference. And then we're going to make this 52. They don't do anything. They don't look any bigger. Okay, let's make it 80. Okay, that's a bit too. That's fine. Now we'll just make this bigger. Make this 52. I think that'll be too small. Yeah, make it 60. No. 58. Perfect. And now I'm just going to scale it up just a bit. That's fine. Lovely. So, as you can see, it's doing nothing at the moment, but that is about to change. Right now, I'm going to go back to the beginning of the timeline, then we're going to go on a pan crop tool, which has appeared on the other screen, so I'll just move it across. And for this one, I'm going to do a mask. So I'm clicking on mask, it automatically goes on the rectangle, which is what I want. Then I'm just going to drag a rectangle down so it's higher than the writing. Then I'm going to drag that timeline all the way to the end, and then I'm going to drag that to the end, and as you can see, it's made a keyframe. So what will happen is that will do a slow reveal over 10 seconds, which is what my intro's always been. Right, and then for this one we're going to do something different. So we're going to make sure that's at the beginning. Yep, that's right at the beginning. And then for this one, what we're going to do is going to click in there, and then we're going to hold down Shift and go up until it's just above, like that. Then we're going to drag it to the end, and then we're going to bring it back down again. So you need to click in here again, and then just Control Shift until it comes back. That's it, we're done with those. So we've got the slow reveal, and then that coming up there. You could have it faster if you want a shorter intro, which is quite simple. All you need to do is you go into here, you just change the time here. Say if you wanted it 5 seconds, you can make 0.5, but then you'd need to drag this down to 5 seconds, otherwise it will repeat. Okay, so right now the next thing we need to do is we need to drag some video. We need to get some video in. So I'm going to go into my my expansion drive. Now unfortunately I haven't got any unrendered video. I've only got everything. I've rendered everything, and it's all uploaded, scheduled, ready to go live on YouTube at different times on different days. So anyway, as it's XR Chernarus, we're going to get Chernarus Series 2 and that one. Now unfortunately this is a completed rendered video, so that's a bit of a problem, but not a huge one. So what we're going to do is first thing I'm going to do is, I always do this, is I click on somewhere on the timeline on that layer in the video, and then right click, properties, disable resample, and also reduce interlace flicker. You can also do this way by going to right clicking on it, going to switches, disable resample, and reduce interlace flicker. Just click them. Now we want to find a nice bit of video that we want to use, not that one. Say there, then cut that, delete that, drag that to there, and then what we're going to do is we're going to come to the end of here, zoom right in, do a cut there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to put this on a new layer. There we go. I'm going to drag the volume right down because it's going to get in the way otherwise. Right, now this is where things get important. So go to the beginning. Okay, yeah, that is the beginning. So this is our mask text layer. We want to go onto the composite mode and then change that to multiply mask. Now watch. As soon as you pick up a weapon, you're not a fresh spawn anymore. Shut up. Ah, sorry. I'm just going to delete that. Don't need an audio track there. As you can see, the video is showing through the text. Shame about the font there, but I'm afraid I can't really show you this any bigger apart from like that. Now, as you can see, we hit a problem here, because now this video is basically a blank screen because it's still seeing that as a mask, and as there's nothing there, it wouldn't work. Now, one way I think you could overcome this would be to go on to is it video effects? No. Media generators and solid color, and if you were to put a white, there you go. But that's kind of making things more complicated than they need to be. There's a simpler way of doing it. What we're going to do is we're going to make this video layer here a child of this mask. So we're just going to hit the make child, and then as you can see, this is all fine. So let's have a look at the whole thing. Oh, there's one other thing. I kind of like to do this just to make it a bit more interesting. So on the video layer that's part of the mask, the child, I'm going to go to color balance, add OK. Actually no, not color balance, sorry, my mistake. Color corrector. So if you just double click it actually, and then OK, and then let's just put that somewhere in there, yeah, so we can see it a bit. Then I'm going to play around with the colours a bit. You got your mid-tones, your lows and your highs. Maybe put that up into a pink, maybe put that into a green, and a nice blue for that one maybe, or even a, yeah, I quite like that. So you can kind of experiment, play around with it. You can whack up the saturation, you can whack up the gamma, you can lower the gamma. You've got the gain as well and the offset. See, if you have the offset higher, it's going to be a lot brighter. It's almost like putting a lot more white into it. So I'm just going to leave that where it was. Right, so now let's watch the whole thing. So as you can see, it's showing the video underneath, but it's kind of posterized it. And then it goes into the video normal. So we're just going to make a cut somewhere, just to say, right, this is where the video is going to end, say, and then cut and delete. So I think that's a little bit too strong actually. I think I'd like to take the saturation down a bit. That's it. Right. Now normally I'd have another layer here which would have music, so it wouldn't be starting off with silence. You know, it'd be like an intro to a movie or whatever. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to import three other things, or load three other things. We're going to load a picture up, or open a picture I should say, which I've made, which is a placeholder. I'm going to put that there, but I'm going to be lowering it to, I'm going to be putting it even further down. So I'm going to be adding a couple of video layers. Actually, I'll leave it there. And another video layer there. I'm going to be opening, sorry I keep saying importing, two more videos. So this is going to be for the outro. So say we wanted to do, say, how about watching the forest episode 1. So we're going to put that there. Going to delete the audio track. As you can see, that's the video track, that's the audio track. Don't need the audio track at all. Then let's just make this smaller so I can see the timeline better. That's it. And then I'm going to find, we're going to do the same on here, of course. Properties, disable and reduce. So actually this is one that, as you can see, it's really blurry. That's because I'd forgotten to disable motion blur on the actual game, so it's really awfully blurry. Yeah, this is where it gets interesting. Cut there. That's all we need. Drag that to there. Put that in there. And what we're going to do is we're going to zoom and then cut and then delete all that after that. So it's basically the same length as this end, which is, let's see how long it is. So it starts at 51 seconds and 51.4 seconds. So I want it to be about, let's see how long it is. 46. So that's about 5 seconds. So I want it to be about twice that length. So let's just drag it to there. That's a problem. That's it. Gonna drag it out to about there, and then we're going to cut the video there instead. I just press Ctrl Z, by the way, to go back to undo what I'd done, the mess I'd made. Right, now going to go to the beginning, and then we're going to click on pan crop, event pan crop, and then what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that lock aspect ratio is clicked, so you can see it's the button's pushed, and then we're going to drag that out, make it smaller, and then going to put it into that little placeholder there. Needs to get a bit smaller. So you actually drag out to go smaller. It's kind of a little bit counterintuitive with Sony Vegas. And then we're going to just put that in there. Perfect. Now we're going to get another video. No, I don't know why I did that. Alright, let's get let's have a GTA Online one. Nice Puppies. Which isn't actually called Nice Puppies, I forgot to change the name. Again, delete the audio track, so it's just the video. Right click on the track, properties, disable resample, reduce interlace flicker. I'm not sure it'd matter that much on this. See, obviously, because this is a video, it's got my old intro in, so I don't want that. So it could, there's a nice bit up here somewhere. Yeah, when we come out of the shop. There, that'll do, that's nice. And then again, I'm going to zoom in, cut that there, delete that. Now we're going to put the cursor, or put the thing back at the beginning of that timeline. Open up the pan crop again, and do exactly the same as we did with the other one. I'm going to zoom out using the scroll wheel. See, as you can see, because the videos are on the top and I'm making them smaller, the place marker, placeholder image shows through. It gets smaller, so I'm going to drag it out just a bit more. That's a little bit more. See, I'm going up to go down and vice versa. So then, as you can see, you've got video inside a still image. So there you go. So let's look at the whole thing. So we got this would obviously have music on the intro, which might go into the video itself. And that goes into the video. I'm just going to do a cut there because it's too long for the purposes of this. Just going to pick all these by holding the control button. Get that out of the way and put that there. Right, let's do that again. I have to say that exile looks pretty ugly. And there we go. And then if you wanted, what you could do is add another video layer. Click on this one first and then add a video layer. And then here you could have, or add two actually. Hope this isn't getting too complicated for you, but for me, I learn better if I'm watching something that is in depth and kind of not easy. Like when I've learned 3ds Max, for example, how to do 3D modeling, I learned that by watching videos that were advanced and then keeping up and watching them over and over again and practicing. I can't learn from books to do technical things on a computer. It just doesn't work for me. Right, so let's say we want to have pop-up. Now what we're going to do, now we want that to be exactly as long as this, which is, it's a shame you can't just hold this and it tell you exactly how long that piece is, because there's no way it's 32 seconds. That's the whole. So all we can do is get a calculator out. So it starts at 27:24 and ends it's not lined up. That's better. Ends at 35:18. What did I say? 35:18 and started at 27:24. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to say, for this one we'll say online, sorry if I put that there you'll be able to see what I'm doing. Make that quite small. Actually you probably want watch GTA Online. That's still too big. Going to make that a lot smaller, maybe 10. Okay, and then move that down to there. I think it could still go smaller actually. Let's try about 9's fine. Okay. and yeah, keep it white, and then we're going to make going to give it an outline, so just put that thickness right up, and maybe have maybe that blue like that. It's hard to see it, and if I show, that's wrong anyway. I know where I can get it from. Just colour picker. There we go. There we go. You can see that's much nicer. So then we're going to make another one. Just not happy with this. This has got to be the right length, and it's more than 10 seconds. What I say it was. So that's 7.94 seconds. So let's change this. Let's just make it 8 seconds, okay? That'll be fine. So now we're going to copy this, and we're going to put it right there. Yeah, make it a new copy, because it's not going to say the same thing. It's also not going to be in the same place. And this one will be watch SBPW Cave Mutants. Try spelling it correctly would be a good start, I think. So all the stuff's exactly the same as the other one. Oh damn, sorry. I just got to move it over to there. And I'm going to have to make this one a bit... I might leave it the same. I think it looks ugly there. Let's make it 7. I don't think it goes any smaller, you know. Might have to scale it down. There we go. Yeah. So then, let's have a look. Lovely. So you've also got your subscribe button, so when you come to do your annotations you'll put damn, what's it called, a spotlight over that, and link it to that video, and the same for that one, and then put one over the subscribe button with your username, with your channel address, and then that'll automatically fill in the rest. It used to be that you had to put extra stuff in, but you don't anymore. So there we have it. That's a half-an-hour tutorial on how to do a... Let's just go for it, have a look at it again. I think it just makes it look nice and professional and interesting. I haven't actually used the outro myself yet. I've only just played around with it this morning, and I thought, oh, I might add that to the video as well. So there you go. I think that looks really good. So thank you for watching. I hope this was useful to you, to fellow YouTubers who may be starting out, and I'll see you very soon. Bye for now.